Good evening and salutations, my GH fans. Oh, Felicia, I've heard that she had much better storylines back in the day, right? And it must be so jarring and kind of upsetting because there's a scene where Alexis is sitting there trying to comfort Christina, and Felicia comes in. And Felicia is a patient advocate. Her job is to sit there and make sure that these patients know that they have resources to help them through difficult times, right? I get it. She was there to do her job, but there was something that was just so uncomfortable watching her drone on, on, and on about resources and help and this and that and the third. And the only thing I just kept saying in my head, I was sitting there watching this just like this. I'm just like, okay, you said what you had to say. You can go now. You know, it's one of those things where it's like she had to say this stuff because it's part of her job, but then you're also sitting there just looking at it, it's like read the room. She's not even looking at you. Okay, she just experienced the worst day of her life. So watching that scene was really uncomfortable. Um, and then there's a point where she talks to Portia. Portia, well, Portia and Trina are talking a little bit, and Trina leaves. Heather comes upstairs because she has a physical or whatever. Portia jumps right in front of Heather, in front of Trina, as though Heather is about to leap out of that chair and start strangling the life out of Trina. So she's all like, she starts berating her and be like, "Don't talk to my daughter, don't look at my daughter, da 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 da, get her out of here, whatever, give her to a room or whatever." And Trina is like, you can't be losing it in front of everyone like that. Like, you literally are the chief of staff. Um, and I'm not even gonna sit there and say co-chief of staff because let's be honest, where the hell is Terry at? But she's just worried about her. She's like, you can't let all that anger sit there and just, what I'm saying, like it's not good for you mentally. Like she's just worried about her. So after they talk, she talks to one of the nurses and she's like, listen, let's just sit there and do our job. We're not here to sit there and coddle her or anything like that. But, regardless of whatever the situation is, she's still a patient. We still got to sit there and do our best to take care of her. Right? Felicia comes in and Felicia kind of steps out of line in a sense of trying to tell her how to do her job. Saying that, listen, us rushing her out the hospital isn't the best isn't the best way to sit there and care for our patients. And I'm like, again, I get it. It's your job to be a patient advocate and this, that, and the third. But I think that she knows what she's doing. Okay? I don't think that she's going to sit there and just rush Heather's treatment just so that way something can go wrong and there could be a lawsuit in the hospital. I think she has this covered. I think she knows what she's doing. And that's pretty much what she tells her. She's like, you're overstepping your boundaries. Also, I remember you having that same energy when Ryan Chamberlain came in, right? So, how about I do my job and you concentrate on doing your job? In a lot of ways, I was kind of glad that she said that because, again, throughout this episode, she was somewhat semi annoying. Even though she was doing her job, it was just like, ugh. Is there any more scenes for Felicia today? Um, Now Ava eventually talks to John. John is with Anna, and Anna's sitting there asking, "What's your relationship with Ava?" And John pretty much is like, it's none of your goddamn business. Like, well, why are you asking me all these personal questions or whatever? And I guess this is her way of trying to protect John, talking about, well, your backpack was in there, and what two were you doing, and pretty much saying, listen, I know that you want to take Sonny down, but align yourself with Ava Jerome is not going to end well. And she's not wrong, but hey, listen, you want to sit there and take your career and whatever, have at it. Um, and while she's sitting there preaching all this stuff, John is like, so, like, really? You were apologist for Sonny for years, and all the sketchy stuff that you got going on with Valentine, and you have the audacity to sit there and start telling me who my ally should be? Yeah. How about we not go there? But after that, he goes to see Ava, who of course lies to his face like she's been lying to everyone else, talking about I didn't do anything to Christina and this, that, and the third. But now she's all like, he's gonna figure out two and two. Like he's back on his meds. They probably been testing his meds with Kevin and stuff like that. And Sonny's gonna come after me, and you by proxy. On top of that, there's the pharmacist. So long story short, she's like, you need to get to that pharmacist and you need to get him out of Dodge because Sonny most likely is going to just, kill him after he tortures him and figure out that she knew. And by proxy, it's also in John's best interest because John knows about this pharmacist, which I'm like, okay, so John, now you're just going to sit there and make your situation a lot worse because you are knowing that there's a crime going on and you are tampering with a future potential witness. Yeah. So he's already went down the dark side at this point, but towards the end he does talk to the pharmacist and he's like, listen, I need to get you out of here. So yeah, he's pretty much screwed. Ava's kind of smart in the fact that she's getting this guy to do her bidding while she's in jail. Now, after Sonny and Carly make sure that Avery's okay and or Donna's okay and she's able to go home, um, Jason and Sonny talk about him being back on his meds. Still didn't get an apology yet, but I guess that's gonna come maybe never, hopefully soon, but we'll see. And long story short, Sonny's like, I need you to get answers from Ava. So he goes down to the prison. He goes down to the jail. And Ava's sitting there thinking, at first Ava's like, hey, the guards are going to sit there and come back at some point. And Jason's just like, no, they won't. So Ava, again, is screaming up and down, I didn't do anything. I didn't touch her. This isn't my fault, blah, 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 blah. And she confessed, she's like, listen, I knew about the meds being tampered with, but I didn't do it, you know? And so Jason at this point is like, all right, I need a name. You ain't do it, then who did do it? So this is why I can sit there and have a nice friendly chat with them. But Ava's not gonna do it. Ava's like, yo, listen, that's literally my only leverage. So if I tell you what I know, and I'm not useful anymore, and yeah, I can't let that happen. Now at some point they're gonna probably figure it out who it is anyway, which here's the thing, she doesn't even know. She doesn't even know. She doesn't even know that Valentine is the one that initially started messing with his medication. I don't think. I don't think that she knows. At some point, Scotty comes in and he wants to sit there and have this lawyer sitting there saying that all the stuff that she did, it wasn't her fault. She's not responsible. It was the faulty company and everything like that. And we could sit there and get paid. Now, after he leaves, Trina comes in there. And Trina comes in there, and this is pretty much just about empowering. Long story short, it's about empowering. She comes in there to sit there and let Heather know Well, first she comes in there, she was like, all right, I wanna sit there and listen to what you gotta say. So Heather starts apologizing, this, that, and the third, which actually means nothing because honestly to tell you the truth, those dead bodies are still gonna be dead. So all the apology in the world is not gonna do a damn thing. But she comes over there to sit there and say that I'm not afraid of you. Um, and get your justice in court or whatever. But it's just more to sit there and say I'm not afraid of you. I don't know how I feel about that scene. On one hand, it's like okay, cool, it's an empowerment moment for Trina, but then I also look at it, and I'm just like, well, it's easy to sit there and say you're not afraid of someone when they're in handcuffs. If we're going to be honest, um, Carly calls Anna and tells her, "Hey, you know what? Listen, I want to report a crime." Ava's the one that tampered with Sonny's medication. And then it's like, okay, that's cool, but like we don't have any proof. And Carly, in some ways, made sense. Carly was like, okay, well, that's not my job. My job is to sit there and tell you about the crime. My job is not to sit there and go through forensics and investigate and stuff like that. I'm telling you that she did it, and I'm telling you that she had motives and means and opportunity to do it. Your job is to sit there and prove it. Um, Sonny goes to visit Christina. And once Christina wakes up, Christina's like, I want you to make Ava pay. Not like he wasn't planning on doing that anyway, but now the order snipped they come from his daughter. So you gotta sit there and ask, is Ava's days numbered on this show? That is the gist of the episode, more or less. Now, if I miss anything, write it in the comment section or come to the live stream tonight 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We'll sit there and talk about all the shows, General Hospital, Days of Our Lives, Bold and the Beautiful, and Young and the Restless. With that being said, I'm going to go. I'll see you in the next video.